The last of the closing statements. Today we kick off with a 2-day closure from P. Diddy's defense team, with Mark giving the arguments on why he should be found not guilty. Mark jumps into his statement with how the prosecution team's arguments are all about P. Diddy's lifestyle and said Diddy has a swinger's life, so how can he be charged with racketeering when all parties consented, and this is in the privacy of their lives. He also mentions the prosecution's arguments are different to what is heard from witnesses and on the videos watched. He tells the jury that people loved working with Diddy, even the ones suing him, and a lot of the witnesses also asked for their jobs back. Working in this industry is hard, and work is not always easy, and states that Diddy built an empire and allowed people to work for him and treated them as family. He also states that people worked for him who were new to the industry and were learning how the industry is, and building on their characters. He classed the whole trial as a fake trial and pointless. Mark talks about how Diddy is still looking after Jane and paying for her rent for a beautiful big home for her and her daughter as he takes care of people. Mark makes a sarcastic dig at Jane, saying she testified against Diddy and gone back home to the place where Diddy is still paying. He then laughs at the work done by the special agents and said the streets are safe from baby oil, which is now an apparent crime. He then mentions that for birthdays, Diddy celebrated with his partners and a swingers party, which is not a crime. He mentions that Cassie was not questioned by the defense about the DV that happened, as it was all on tape. However, Diddy is not being charged with DV, and it's about ex-trafficking and racketeering, which Diddy and the defense said he has not done. He mentions that Cassie played the victim, however she was in a relationship with Diddy and snuck around with Kid Cudi using a burner phone to hide that relationship. Mentioning the arson, Mark tells the jury he did not burn his car and went to his house to fight it out like a man, and the investigation into this was terrible with no proof. Mentioning the kidnapping of Cassie in 2009, Cassie wanted to go back to Diddy's house, however Diddy put her up in a hotel to recover. How can it be kidnapping if she wanted to go back to his house and instead he took her somewhere nicer to recover? Moving on to the bribery of the video footage, Mark states that Diddy only wanted to pay him off to not have bad publicity to him and the business he built up. When Mia testified that she was being harassed by Diddy and D-Rock to keep quiet, Mark confirms it was not that, and it was the fact that Mia said she did not have money, and they were trying to see if she was okay. The court breaks. Whilst on break, the prosecution team is not happy and complained to the judge that the arguments Mark from the defense is bringing up is improper arguments and making it all rhetorical. Mark responds to the judge, he is being sarcastic, but he is making the point. Judge Arun has reprimanded Mark rhetorical questioning and told the jury to dismiss these questions. What do you make of the defense's closing statement at the moment?